Hello everyone, DonTheCrown here, and I just leveled up a character here in EU pretty quickly for level 95. I needed to do this so I can make custom loot filter sounds for you guys over here in EU because the NA filters aren't working cross server. And I really think that Selena is kind of a ridiculous character for early game and also for like a late league start. Because pretty much like on a shoestring budget, I have no FE for my other characters. I have none of my pets for my other characters. Like my pets are basically just like whatever we could pull off of the banner with the stuff you get from Path of Progression. We were able to pretty much hit level 95 here, a total of about 11 and a half hours. That's like not really taking it seriously and not really like pushing super duper hard. You could definitely have done it a lot faster. Let's just show you kind of like what some gameplay looks like here. We were pretty much just blasting cloud walls, and the whole gameplay is basically around just teleporting and going super duper duper fast. And so the whole idea for me would just be try to full clear as much as I possibly can of the map as fast as I can to try to get XP. You can also use this with like a couple of different strategies. Like this is the like oops too many bosses node from the profound tree, like, and then just like going and getting yourselves lots of like whiny key drops and things like that. As you can see, we got almost all of the monsters in the map, and that was super darn fast. And that's just fast way to level up, get to level 95. You can probably push this character up into tier 8 pretty easily, and like even up to profound. Right now my resistances are big scuffed, but that's because we're wearing like almost exclusively legendaries. A lot of this stuff was actually really cheap because you can just go and get this as a like, you know, hand me down from somebody else. I think the main things that I didn't buy would be like this ring here. Frozen enemies will explode when they're defeated and does secondary cold damage equal to 2. I think this goes up to 3% of their max life. It's kind of nice if you like spawn some of the bosses and they're surrounded by like, you know, lower health enemies. They kind of just explode on the boss, which is pretty nice. I think I bought this ring as well, and then we have that. And then we'll show you all of the things that I purchased here. Just kind of show you like the ring here was 20 FE. This is like one of the most expensive things I think I bought, and realistically I should just probably rolled that myself. Same thing with the hat, also another 20 FE. And then we look like Undying Faith 10, Dawnbreak 10. Going down here, I bought some fighting stompers that had energy for 1 FE. We went down, got Glacial Bow for 1 FE, Tyrants for 1 FE, Opening Heart for 1 FE. I sold these back. Void Embankment 1 FE, Vortex Heart 1 FE. So a lot of our gear here is just pretty cheap. We bought a lot of these +1 max channel for like 3 to I think 7 FE on some of these. And so all of these are just pretty good as well. And I don't think I bought like a hero memory or anything. I just dropped this particular one. And yeah, it's just pretty okay gear just from like just blasting the game. We have a total of, let me just collect this loot here. We have a total of 123 FE in sales in about 10 hours, not even that, like less than that, because we can't access the auction house the entire time. And just like really stuff like whining keys, for example, making some big sales. Tomorrow's direction right now as well, pretty good. Things like resonance eyes, just simple stuff like that, and just kind of like blasting through the maps. I didn't get like a really good slate or anything, 5 FE for this. I think we actually dropped Echo. Yeah, so we dropped Echo of the Gods, which is worth twice as much as our pedigree. So not really super duper crazy. The reason we're able to continuously reset our movement skills because we're using 2 Frigid Transmissions here, and Frigid Transmission refreshes its cooldown upon inflicting any freeze in any situation. We get +1 max charges from this. We get another +1 charge from Lich here. We get up to 3 charges. So when we like freeze 3 enemies, we're getting 3 charges on both of our teleports, which ends up being about 5 charges anyways. And then Prophet here makes it so that whenever we touch an enemy for the first time, we instantly apply freeze. We do additional damage to them as well, but this just any enemy we hit with cold damage instantaneously becomes frozen and resets our cooldown. This allows us to basically, walk up, hit an enemy, teleport. Now our little storm thing has moved and now is more likely to hit enemies that are, closer to us. And so it's just pretty darn good. I think that this is just a really interesting setup. Also, you can go and do 2 channel skills. So what Selena does is she'll channel her main skill at any time, even if it's a skill that can't normally be, you can't be moving while channel. She doesn't really care about that. But then we also are going to go and run Thundercloud. So Thundercloud is another channeled skill where you pretty much stack up this buff on you, this little storm. You can see the number of channel stacks. And even if you're not channeling it, it will continue to stay on you and it will eventually drop down. And so between the 2 of them, you pretty much have 2 attack skills. So you're able to get up to like 200 million here ish, maybe like 100 million. Who knows what the actual damage here for this. Pretty decently. I don't think this was really all that difficult. And it's definitely something you can get in and start farming tier 7, probably push up to tier 8. And if you're looking to like get into a late league starter. In terms of like, what does this build look like end game? Well, I'm just going to go look at the rankings here on NA. Oh, not NA, this is EU. Looks like people were potentially doing like wilt stacking with like damage over time. Still with Howling Gale. Still with also doing Thundercloud as well. And it looks like there's maybe a couple different builds for this. I don't know if some guys have deleted their gear or removed it. More reap damage over time kind of shenanigans. So, this is capable of killing SS 2021. So, that's pretty cool and pretty decent kind of just like late league starter. Hopefully this video kind of helped you out. I think unless they nerf this build next season, it's definitely going to continue to be on my recommended league starters just because it's so stinking strong. Some of the stuff is definitely going to probably be more expensive if they don't nerf it, because I feel like we have like Mind Control and Howling Gale that both benefit a lot from like the max channel stack stuff. And so that's typically like kind of rises up the price if you have multiple league starters that are kind of overlapping with the same gear. But if you had like league pets for or character power pets for battle packs, stuff that's like the swaying Bonnie is really ridiculous here. Getting 2 more max channel stacks, or really like almost a ton of different pets here that could potentially be really good. I don't really have anything at all. Hopefully this video helped you out. Come by the stream and have a good one.